The single most important thing, which I'm sure most of you have heard, is starting with your diet. What has worked best for me for cutting body fat has been reducing either my fats or my carbs. I'm going to assume that if you're serious about cutting body fat, you've already done things like cut out soda throughout the day or cut out desserts after meals. My next go-to after that is cutting out carbs at breakfast. If I'm doing eggs and toast in the morning, I'm getting a little too fluffy, I'll keep the eggs, but I'll cut the toast. This is a pretty small change, but it usually works. I'm into the idea of making small tweaks and adjusting accordingly as you go along. I'm not a big fan of making drastic changes to my diet because they generally make me feel and look like shit. With that being said, I eat pretty good year-round, and I'm pretty intuitive about what goes into my body. If you don't know what exactly you're consuming, it might be a good idea to track your food for a while. A good app to use for this is MyFitnessPal. A second point to touch on, which is a must for getting a six-pack, is to focus on intense weight training workouts. This could either mean body weight exercises or weight training, or what I like to do, a mix of both. One thing that I have observed over the years is that what most people consider to be intense, I would barely consider to be a warm-up. You need to actually try hard. However, I in no way advocate pushing past the point of using good form. It takes a while to do this, and I would consider it a skill. What you can't make up for in intensity, you have to make up for in volume, meaning you have to work out longer. In general, I think you should work up the intensity to get more out of doing less. As important as I think cardio is for my well-being and my overall health, I don't personally think it has a huge impact on my body composition like weight training does. When I looked my best, I was focusing solely on weight training, and I actually wasn't doing any cardio. I don't do any isolated ab exercises. For example, I don't do any crunches and I don't do any sit-ups. I do, however, use my abs to brace the lower part of my spine during every exercise. Examples of good ab exercises include weighted squats and deadlifts with proper form. Another good example would be utilizing a hollow body position where my lower back is flexed. This is another position that I use to keep movement limited in my spine. For this position, think of tucking your body in a ball, kind of like this, but I'm going to hold the position and keep it throughout the entire exercise. Examples of how I use this ab exercise would include utilizing a hollow body position during dips, muscle ups, pull-ups, and of course my favorite sport, jiu-jitsu.